Hi, hello, greetings to you all. I am VPN Murthy. In this session, I am going to speak on the emerging trends in accounting. This will be a second session on this emerging trends in accounting. In the last session, I had spoken about the digital transformation of accounting. In this session, I am going to speak about the big data analytics in accounting. Here, the concentration will be on big data in accounting, big data analytics, data mining in accounting, importance of big data analytics, role of data analytics in accounting and finance. So what do you mean by big data altogether? So if you see the big data is a large volume of unstructured data that is to be organized. See, as mentioned about the digital transformation that are being taking place in the organization of late. Because of the digital transformation, large volume of data is being generated in the organization. All these informations are not structured. It is all unstructured. The data do not have a meaning in its own way. Since it is unstructured, there is a need for structuring it. That's where the big data analytics will come to our rescue. It will help to apply the data analytics to big data and creates several opportunities for accounting firms to gain significant insights, and it will also help to predict future outcomes and thereby automate non-routine financial tasks. See, automation of routine financial task is not a big deal. It can be done without any hassle. But automation of non-routine financial task is very essential in order to free the human resources from carrying out these activities. For doing so, we need some analytics wherein the generated data, which is big in itself, is to be analyzed. For this process, we apply the big data analytics. See, if we see the big data in accounting, it helps to collect, organize, and tap data from a variety of sources to gain fresh business insights in real time. Here, traditionally, in order to make a decision, the organization has to rely upon the monthly financial reports. It has to rely upon accountants for delivering the necessary reports every now and then. But because of the big data adoption in the accounting field, the financial analyst would be able to get the information every second. It will have an access up to the minute information from any location with a network connection. That is what the big data will transform the organization. The goal, as I've already told, is to make informed decision. Their analysis can now include unstructured data, visualization software, process larger amounts of accounting data, improves risk analysis. See, in the process of organizational development, its activity is being digitalized. In that process, it generates volumes of data, namely audio, video, images, emails, text files, social media posts, website content. All this information is accumulated, but everything will be in the unstructured data. In the past, analysts were limited to analyze the data that could be converted to a structured format like spreadsheet or relational database. Audio, video, images will never have its access to the spreadsheet or relational database. Thereby, it will not help to analyze and decipher the information. But with the big data development, big data analytics, now we have a visualization software that offers accountants and the clients unique views of the data that supports their decisions. Now the auditors could able to process larger amounts of accounting data in a variety of formats simultaneously. Be it a spreadsheet, be it a relational database, be it a big data analytics, whatever formats one requires, it can convert that into that format and helps to process the larger amount of accounting data, thereby reduces the risk. The very nature of adoption of big data analytics in accounting is to reduce the risk. Risk is inevitable. In order to minimize and mitigate the risk, it is very necessary to know the problem. Where lies the problem? Where the risk is. By doing that, it will be able to reduce it. So, big data analytics is the use of advanced analytic techniques against very large, diverse data sets that include structured, semi-structured and unstructured data from different sources and in different sizes, from terabytes to zettabytes. See, what is this all about? See, the data is derived from various sources. As I have already told you, for example, Amazon. Amazon gets its data from its app, from social media, from emails, from many other sources. When it is getting the data from its app, it will be in the form of structured. So, minimum amount of analytics is required. Whereas, if it is deriving from email or any other trusted sources, it will be a sort of semi-structured. When it is deriving its information or the data from social media or any public media for that matter, it will be of unstructured data. Here, the big data analytics will help to decipher the data and to conclude the data as a useful information. So, the next is the data mining in accounting. What is data mining? So, data mining is the process of using software to identify patterns in large data repositories to learn more about a business's customers, devise more effective marketing strategies, and operate more efficiently. Data mining is all about extracting knowledge from huge stores of financial and other data. The purpose is to improve accounting practices effectiveness. See, data mining, as we have seen the traditional mining where we extract precious resources, natural resources underneath. In the same way, the data has got precious resources hidden in it. For that to extract, we need a software called data mining software. It will help to extract only those sort of data which will help to improve the accounting practices effectiveness. Three common applications of data mining in finance and accounting are to why this data mining is implemented or adopted in finance or in case of accounting is to identify potential fraud. See, as I have told you already, it will help to identify the loopholes. The big data will give us the loopholes. By plugging these loopholes, it will be able to mitigate the fraud being taken. The next thing is to better organize accounting data. As I have already told you, now it's a digitalized organization. Everything is digitalized. Information driven era. So, by applying data mining, the big data that is being absorbed, and it will help to organize the accounting data in a better manner. The Amazon, for that matter, or Flipkart or Meesho, every day it will have huge transactions. If not big data analytics, connecting the transactions, collecting, storing, summarizing, classifying would have been very difficult task. Therefore, big data analytics and data mining will help us to organize accounting data. The next is predict audit opinions on financial statements. So as I have already told you, it will help to identify potential fraud, thereby mitigate the fraud. It will help to organize accounting data into a useful information. By doing all this, the big data will also help the organization to predict the auditor's opinion on the financial statements, because the financial statement will be analyzed and the drawbacks or the problems lies in the financial statements will be identified before the auditor predicts it, and therefore corrective measures can be taken. And also it will help to detect fraud patterns in accounting databases. The job of auditor is being done by data mining software. It will help to know the fraud patterns in the accounting databases. If a particular accountant is committing a fraud and divulging its useful resources, financial resources, deviating its resources for some other purposes, it will be identified easily and curb that kind of development. The next is the importance of big data analytics. The big data analytics will help to analyze the large volume of unstructured data and helps the decision making process, and thereby it will reduce the cost involved. Supposingly, if any agency is appointed for analyzing the large volume of data, definitely that agency will charge the organization huge amount of charges. But with the big data analytics, one organization can execute the analytics with ease and reduce the cost. The next is faster, better decision making. It will help it will help the organization to betterify the decision making process, because the decision making will be backed with the data. So the informed decision making is always better, and it will always give an edge for the organization to compete. The next is new products and services. By analyzing the data, it will help to know the needs of the customer, and thereby will help to develop new products and satisfy the growing aspirations of the customers. Role of data analytics in accounting and finance. Advances in data analytics create opportunities for accountants and finance professionals to offer high quality services to their business clients in three areas. What are those? A broader and deeper perspective on the business's financial and other operations. Of late, the traditional method could able to give only the limited perspective on the financial aspects of the organization. But by the adoption of big data analytics, the business people could get a broader and deeper perspective about the organization, about meeting the needs of the organizational resources, be it human resources, financial resources for that matter. And the next is it will help to identify, and it will help to predict accurately a future market and industrial trends. See, if you see any organization, its survival depends upon predicting the future market and analyzing the industrial trends. Now, it's being said that green market or green initiative is the need of the hour. If any organization fails to identify the growing aspirations of the customers towards eco-friendly products, then organization would not be able to survive. We have carbon-free products that is being marketed. So all this will be able to know with the help of big data analytics, because the larger data that is being developed, that is being derived directly from the customer's base, for example social media for that matter, where the discussions will be on and on about the recent developments. So with that inputs, it will have insights to know what changes to incorporate. The next is automation of routine tasks to improve accounting accuracy and reduce costs. Again, as I've already told you, big data, of course, will help to digitalize the routine tasks, but it is also striving to analyze the non-routine transactions and thereby automate it so that it can reduce the transaction cost. So data analytics in accounting. So it will help computing power and cloud storage. So computing power is being increased. Big data analytics, quantum computing will help to analyze the large volume of data. And all this data need not to be stored in a local server. We have a cloud storage. As I've already told you in the last class, Amazon Web Services is being offered a cloud computing, a SaaS, software as a service, wherein you can store data in a cloud server, in a remotely placed server, thereby offers scalable processes and storage that expands automatically to meet demands. Data sources such as internet service providers, social media platforms, mobile apps, government and other open sources and sensors and other embedded devices are widely available. So data analytics can be applied to huge volume of information that is being derived from the said, like internet service providers, social media platforms, IoT, Internet of Things. So the next is digital infrastructure. Digital infrastructure now exists that is based primarily on open source software. Open networks makes it easy for data specialists to have expertise in leveraging data to communicate with domain specialists who are experts in specific fields, including accounting, finance. So the infrastructure now we have, and that is being offered for free. We have open source software. We can use that software. If we have any difficulty in understanding and applying those softwares, we have expertise service who are always there to leverage the data. So this is all about the big data analytics and data mining in accounting. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you all.